I'd like to cover a few more important SketchUp tips before you get going on your first assignment. So I've opened up the simple template feet and inches, and what I always do first is delete the person. So there's many ways to do that. Hopefully you know how to do that at this point. I will click on him once and press delete on my keyboard. The other very important thing is to click on a particular 2D view, because even if you're drawing a 3D object, it's good to start in 2 dimensions, and then you can always use your orbit tool to pan and get it to that 3D view. So I prefer, and I hope, and you should choose this as well, the front view is usually the best one to click. So in this case, it turns your SketchUp screen into 2 dimensions, and then you want to make sure that you draw in between the blue and the red axis. So I'll use my pan tool and just move it over, and again I will draw everything in this area. Also, if you are drawing in imperial units, meaning feet and inches, so in this case, if you type in a number, for example using the line tool, so I'll do one example here. So if I type in 60 and don't put anything after it and press enter, that will be 60 inches. So if any of the assignment problems say something is in inches or with something with 2 ticks after the number, then you do not have to include anything after the number in SketchUp, as long as you're using this template. However, if something says it is in feet, so that is a single tick, so let's say for example it said 5, well, again with a single tick above it, that means feet. So in this case you need to look on your keyboard. To the left of your enter or return key there will be this key, and you have to click on it once to get the single tick for the feet. So if I go to my SketchUp screen again and use the line tool, click once and type in 5, and then hit that key on my keyboard that I just described to the left of the enter key, press enter, it's now 5 feet. Also remember the zoom keys. So it's easiest to use your mouse for all of this, but if anything, if any of these are not working, you can always use the tools on this part that I'm kind of circling right now. So the scroll wheel is used to zoom in and zoom out, and it can also be used to press on. So this is again the zoom or the scroll wheel in the middle, and then you can zoom around into 3 dimensions. If you ever, for whatever reason, get lost and say you're way off in the distance and you forgot where your drawing is, you can press the zoom extents button right here, and that will get everything you've drawn back into the full screen. One other quick thing is every, I'd say 5 or 10 minutes, make sure you save your project, just in case, say, the power goes out, and if you haven't saved, then nothing will be left when you turn the computer back on. So go up to File, Save As. You should create a PAA folder. So to create a new folder, you can press that little button there or right click, New Folder, and you would save it as something. It's always good to name your project as something that you'll be able to find later again, and then make sure that SketchUp Models or SKP is selected in this screen, and then you can press save and you are good to go.